We are here today for the grand opening of the UPMC Center for Addiction Recovery York site, outpatient treatment of anyone suffering with substance use disorder. That means that they are dealing with some sort of addictions, which we run the gamut of, alcohol, drugs, gambling, other behavioral addictions. And we will meet with them, do a full evaluation, and then come up with a personalized plan of care for each patient.
So those look like one-on-one appointments with myself or my colleague, Chelsea Thompson, which are confidential in these exam rooms right here, where we provide gold standard evidence-based medicine to our patient population, just as we would in Harrisburg, which has been incredibly successful. We hope to bring that exact same thing here.
What that means to us is that frees up the mobile unit that was coming here to York, and we can now utilize potentially the mobile unit to go to the more rural areas, which is really what that was meant for when we got the 36-foot RV.
While it may seem that medications dominate much of the conversation with treatment, there is definitely a role for prevention, for community outreach, for harm reduction, and we offer all of that.
Today we're celebrating our 5th birthday for Dream Big Studio. We've been able to provide 5 years of television programming for all of our inpatient children here at UPMC Children's Hospital of Pittsburgh. Dream Big Studio is an independent closed-circuit television studio that provides child-friendly programming for all of our inpatient friends here who are visiting us at Children's Hospital.
We had opened in 2020 in January, and then all of a sudden COVID hit. We went from doing 2 shows a week, I think, to doing 3 live shows a day. We have a morning show at 10 a.m. We do bingo at 1 o'clock, which is our most watched show. And we do a live show at 3 o'clock, which is usually like a competition show, like a game show, or a story time show.
I think my favorite part of Dream Big Studio is watching our kids master skills in TV and radio, or maybe overcome a fear of being on camera, but then finding how comfortable they are with it and seeing them smile and embrace interacting with their peers through television.
My favorite part about the job is when kids are not comfortable being on camera, but they want to come back and be in the control room with me, and they want to run the show. And it's happened many times where we've had kids who are just like, well, I'm a little bit shy, but I want to do all the tech stuff. They can run the switcher, they can change camera angles, they can bring up the lower third with the phone number on it. It's super fun.
All of our staff here at UPMC Children's Hospital Pittsburgh and our patients and families want to thank all of the generous donors who have contributed to make Dream Big Studio a possibility. We're looking forward to 5 more and even more years of dreaming big.
So asthma is a very common disease. It is the most common chronic respiratory disease in children around the world. Unfortunately, not all groups are equally affected. So in this country, Puerto Ricans and African Americans are most heavily affected. So we're very interested in those groups. And in this study, what we wanted to see is whether looking at how genes work in the nose can tell us about the underlying types of asthma that a child has. Why the nose? Because the nose is very correlated with what's happening in the lung. And it's a non-invasive, safer, easier way to get this information. Right now, we do these tests by using a small curette, which in non-fancy terms is like a little spoon, and we scrape the nose gently with that. From that, we get something called RNA. We send the RNA to a sequencing facility, and then we correlate how the function of those genes is linked to asthma subtypes. What we identified in this study are 3 asthma subtypes. So this opens the possibility of doing clinical trials, studies of medications for patients with specific types, which would be really important. Before this study, that wasn't possible.
This project presented 2 very unique challenges. The first being that each floor had to have a point of interest because the people who are on that floor may not get a chance to see the other floors. And the second challenge was that it had to somehow unite and connect, and wanting to not only have people feel connected, but literally be connected.
These workshops are an opportunity for community voices to be incorporated into the final work of art. So we have people from all around the UPMC universe come together and actually make art that will be incorporated into the final piece.
What you see here is a sample leaf. So each of the community members are going to create a leaf that will be approximately this size and bring their own unique contribution to it. Throughout, they're going to be placed these little leaves in different areas.
By the end of class, there will be tons of beautiful watercolor paper. There will be beautiful leaves that then will be scanned and put in the final works of art in the new UPMC space. And hopefully people also walk away with a sense of community, and hopefully they walk away with a sense of legacy too, because the work that they are making in these workshops will be on the walls for forever.